of the Latest with VR show, and I am so excited because today we're talking about one of my favorite things, food, and more food. So I'm so excited. I've got Sobe here, Sobe Johnson from Flying Sobeys. And after Sobe, then we have a legend here, Mr. Lamont from Lamont's Barbecue. So I am beyond excited about what we have going on today. So first of all, Sobe, tell me how you doing.
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. You enjoying this, for some reason, nice and heated day that we're having outside?
Well, yeah, I guess it's better than cold, so
right,
exactly. I can deal with the weather of today. Yeah.
Okay, now tell me a little bit about Flying Sobeys. How long have you been doing it? You know, what was your inspiration behind it?
Well, when it was me and my sister and cousin, you know, we stayed in an apartment together, and none of us had very much money, so we ate a lot of chicken wings. And I was the only one in the house that really knew how to cook. So I came up with this concoction of like a bunch of ingredients and came together, and I said, okay, I think this is a good wing sauce. And after we all moved out, you know, and got our own places or whatever, my cousin called and told me that there was a hot wing contest at the Poplar Lounge. So I called these people, and at the last minute got this thing together. They told me I had to have a team, and we had to have a concept, and so I just threw together this little team and got some red shirts, and everybody had on black bottoms. And I had to come up with a team name. You know, my name is Sobe, been you know, Sobe since birth. You know, I knew that chickens didn't fly, but you know, they were associated with flying. You know, wings are associated with flying, so I just jacked together and came up with this name and called it Flying Sobeys. You know, I wanted something that sounded universal and you know, just kind of catchy. So that's what I came up with. Well, I got fourth place. And you know, fourth place just got me a T-shirt and a cheap bottle of wine, but I knew that I was on to something.
Right, exactly.
And a young lady who won second place, her father came to my booth, and there were 13 teams out there, and he told me, he said, "Son, let me tell you something." He said, "Out of all these sauces and wings that I've tasted, even my daughters, I think yours is the best I've tasted."
Did he say that?
Yes, he did.
Did his daughter know that he said that?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not. But that's what he told me. And so I said, you know, I might be on to something. You know, I said, I know I don't have the money and the capital to open up a restaurant, but maybe I could bottle my sauce. I don't know anybody that has a bottled wing sauce out of Memphis. So, you know, through pain and hard labor, money I didn't have, and a bunch of time, I finally came and got some contacts, and they told me about a company that would bottle it if I came up with an exact recipe. I came up with an exact recipe. Then I found out I had to hire a lawyer because after they sent me the agreement saying that they would, but I had to get a lawyer to approve of it. So there was more money that I didn't have.
Right, exactly.
And make a long story short, I got all that together and I started bottling the sauce, and then some guy tells me, "Well, have you trademarked your logo and your name?" And I go, "No." And he's like, "Well, you better not sell a bottle until you do." And but being hard-headed like I was, you know, my money's just sitting there in cases. I had to get rid of it, so I got rid of the cases and got up the money to go towards spending money on getting a trademark.
Right, exactly.
Took 8 months to get that trademark back. I mean, I just didn't know what I was going to do. It took forever. But I finally got that trademark and put it in a bottle. And the first stores that gave me a chance was Walgreens. Yeah, and that's because I had a relationship with Walgreens managers with my job that I had. So they gave me a run at it, and it did okay in the Walgreens, but they were kind of pressuring me about sales, and so then I got hooked up with a couple more grocery stores, and now I'm in all the Super Low food stores and a couple of other little John's Pantry out in Cordova. He carries it, and I mean, and I just been going with that so far, and now we got a second sauce that'll be coming out next week. Wish I could have had it for you this week, but you know, it's kind of time.
You wish,
the timing didn't work out, so I can't show it to you. But it's called Flying Sobeys Memphis Gold Sauce. So it's kind of a play on a honey gold sauce. It's kind of a mustard-based barbecue sauce, but it tastes good on everything. Just like the buffalo wing sauce.
Okay, now you say it tastes good on everything. What else, besides chicken or chicken wings, can you put your sauce on? Would you recommend putting your sauce on?
Whether it's fried, baked, broiled, chicken, fish, shrimp, on the grill, in the oven, you name it. I've tried it on everything but ice cream. So, but I let y'all be the judge of that.
Okay, gotcha. Now, earlier you said that you were the only person in the house that can cook. Are you a chef, or are you just good with the wing sauce? Are you cooking it up in the kitchen?
I am, and I'm proud to say it. I am a self-trained chef.
Okay.
And
gotcha.
Where most kids on Saturday mornings were watching cartoons, I had it on public television, watching cooking shows from 10 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock. Justin Wilson, Earl Perot, Julia Child, Bert Wolf, Jacques Pepin, all those people were like my heroes.
Gotcha.
And I was a greedy little kid, and I always wanted to eat. And my dad would go sometimes when he had the money, after I write the recipe down, he'd get some of the stuff from the grocery store, and I kind of pretty much raised my younger brother and older sister in the summertime on my food. We were out for summer break, they ate my food. So, and I just grew a love for it. And because my parents were the type of people that ate outside the box, they like multicultural food. So I kind of grew up with a sophisticated palate.
Right, exactly.
And it just kind of blossomed into what I am today. I know what I like to eat. I know what I like things to taste like, and I'm not scared to eat anything.
Exactly.
And to this day, I still watch the cooking shows on television because I learned from them.
Exactly.
So.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing to prepare?
Ooh. I'm pretty good with Italian cuisine, New Orleans style cuisine.
Okay.
Soul food, Ethiopian, German.
Okay.
I mean, I could do pretty much a little bit of everything.
Gotcha. Now, I love your wife. She's such a sweet person. Now, we've been talking, so you have to get behind the scenes coverage, but is there a certain thing or a certain dish that you make that's her favorite?
Ooh, she like a lot of stuff. Let me see, because she's like my guinea pig for everything.
Right.
And I think one of her favorites would be,
It's too much.
Yeah.
She doesn't have.
Well, I know she likes Greek food.
Okay.
So I do a lot of lamb kebabs, chicken kebabs, homemade hummus, grape leaves.
Right.
She likes. Trying to think of what else. I mean, like I said, there's a lot. I can't. By the time this interview's over, I've been in thought of everything that she likes to eat. But
now, since she's your guinea pig, does she tell you when something doesn't taste as good as you think?
She's honest with me.
Okay.
She's honest with me. But it's kind of like she'll kind of like not eat it all.
Gotcha.
She won't just she won't request it.
Okay.
So if it's something that disappears in 5 minutes and she requests it, then I know.
Right, Okay, so she'll let you down gently.
Yeah.
Okay, so with your sauces, have you ever, created a concoction that you thought was great, or maybe you thought, in your head this is going to be really good, but then when it, it came out, the finished product wasn't as good as you thought it would be?
Yeah, actually, my buffalo wing sauce.
Really?
When I first made it, it had probably 12 different ingredients. But when I went into researching on trying to get it bottled, I realized that having so many ingredients wouldn't be cost efficient.
Exactly.
So I had to come up with something simpler, more simple, but still have that flavor that I was looking for.
Okay.
And that sauce today has only about 4 or 5 main ingredients.
Okay, cool.
So it's simple, it is cost efficient, and I'm able to sell it and see something behind it.
Gotcha. Okay, now you said that you have another sauce coming out.
Right.
What else can we expect from Flying Sobeys?
Being that I'm into multicultural foods, I'm looking to do different sauces and seasonings, whether it be a teriyaki sauce, jerk sauce, dry rubs, and I want to grow Flying Sobeys and make it a household name in a condiment company.
Okay, good, very good. Well, we are going to go to commercial break. We'll be right back, and Sobey is going to demonstrate one of his. What are we making?
We're making something I made for a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. It's called a buffalo chicken dip. Very simple. Only has 4 ingredients.
Okay.
Anybody can make it.
Okay. Well, make sure you stay tuned in. We'll be right back with Sobe Johnson.
Hey, does your food suffer from a flavor deficiency? Well, let Flying Sobe's multi-purpose buffalo wing sauce give you a smack in the mouth with flavor. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I give you a Flying Sobe's flavor smack in the mouth?
Well, sure you can.
Ooh. Wow. Can I have a flavor smack in the mouth too? Sure you can. With Flying Sobe's multi-purpose buffalo wing sauce. Get you some today.
All right, we're back with Mr. Sobe Johnson here from Flying Sobe's Wing Sauce. He's going to give us a quick little demonstration here so we can see, you know, of course, when I think of wing sauce, I think of just put it on some hot wings and keep it moving. But he's going to demonstrate a different recipe where you can use his sauce and, you know, kind of switch it up a little bit. So tell me a little bit about what we're going to make.
All right, we're going to make a buffalo chicken dip recipe.
Okay.
Very simple, 4 ingredients.
Okay.
You serve it cold, and I like to also call it the new Rotel.
Okay.
Once this recipe hits the fan, this is gonna be a party favorite, I promise you.
Okay.
But first we're gonna start out with a pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Okay.
You're gonna grill it, let it cool, chop it kind of fine like you're gonna do a chicken salad, like such.
Okay.
Then you need 2 cups of ranch dressing.
Okay. Now, Sobe, do you ever have thoughts or plans to have your own cooking show?
My goal is to one day be on the Food Network.
Okay, one of my favorite channels.
Right.
Yes.
Then we got a half a cup of chopped green onion.
Okay. You have
And-
a personality for it. That's why I asked.
Oh, okay, thanks. And a half a cup of Flying Sobe's brand multi-purpose buffalo wing sauce.
Okay.
Now, you can jack it up a notch and put more wing sauce if you want to.
Okay.
But this way you'll get that buffalo flavor and not a whole lot of heat, so it'll be enjoyable by everyone at your party.
Gotcha. But if you do want it a little spicier, you
You
can
just add more wing sauce, right?
Okay.
We're gonna mix it up real good.
It looks good.
And we're gonna put that in a nice serving dish as such.
Yes, now that is quick and easy.
Oh yeah, very simple.
Just
You
what I like.
can just keep whipping up batches of these as the party's
Right,
going, you know.
exactly. And you just chopped up the chicken.
Just chopped up the chicken
Okay.
real fine,
Okay.
and boom. Flying Sobe's multi-purpose buffalo wing sauce chicken dip.
Okay, now we gotta try it.
All right,
Let me try a little piece.
all right. Grab you a cracker there,
Okay.
or one of those celery sticks,
Okay, let me grab
and
a
have at it.
fork right here. Let's see how good, if it's as good as it looks anyway. Mmm.
You like that?
Oh my goodness.
That's all
good.
you need. And it's 4 simple
That is
ingredients.
good. And it's healthier than, you know, putting all that cheese in
And you gotta understand that this
And the
recipe
Rotel.
does not work if you don't have Flying Sobe's. Won't work at
Won't
all.
work.
Won't work.
So you can't try it with somebody else and try to bootleg this recipe.
It's not gonna have the same flavor. I
It's
promise.
very good, Sophie. I love it. I'm gonna dig and get some more. But it's your time to shine.
All right.
Of course, we always give our guests their time to shine. To tell us, you know, how people can get your sauces, how they can find you on social media, and if they want to book you, because you all do catering also.
Yes. Yes.
So tell them how they can book you and things of that nature. And I'm gonna keep eating while
But
you
first
talk.
off, I'll say that I'm a weekend chef for hire. So if it's not an event that you have on the weekend, I'm pretty much not available because I'm kind of busy during the week. But you can get at us several ways. You can go to any one of your local Superlow food stores, and my sauce is located near the meat department, whether it be on a rack or sitting on top of the cooler where the chicken is. You can also find us at John's Pantry, which is a bakery / chef supply company. It's in Cordova, 8064 Willow Tree Lane, right there in Cordova, and they have it as well. But if you just want to stop by somewhere to see how it tastes on other products, you can go to Front Street Deli, which is on the corner of Front and Union, 77 North Front Street. and they have a sandwich called Chariots of Fire. It's a traditional chicken salad sandwich infused with Flying Sovies brand buffalo wing sauce.
That's
Awesome.
big.
And you can also find there's a food truck called Gulf Shrimp. Two young ladies, real nice young ladies. They bring fresh Gulf shrimp from Alabama, and they fry up shrimp po' boy sandwiches. And they're now going to be making buffalo shrimp po' boy sandwiches with it. So you can look them up. Yeah, you can look them up on Twitter and Facebook, but they're called Fresh Gulf. So, but you can look at we also have a website, www.flyingsovies.com, and you can find we have our Twitter and Facebook links on that page. You can see our commercial, which is a very funny commercial, and you can see me doing demos at Superlow. So it's a pretty nice website, you know.
Yeah.
And those are pretty much the ways you can find us.
Yes, of course. And of course, when you watch this show, you can also see his commercial because Sobe's one of our lovely sponsors. So thank you so much, Sobe. I'm going to keep eating while we go to commercial break. But when we come back, we have Lamont, Mr. Lamont is what I've been calling him, Mr. Lamont from Lamont's Barbecue, coming up next, and we are going to talk to him a little bit about his sauces and marinades when we return after this commercial break.
Let me tell you who to blame. Blame the boy lying at your feet, his body oozing life through the hole in his stomach where the bullet tore him apart. Blame him for challenging you, for not looking away and for not backing down when you pulled out the gun. Blame your mother for bringing you into this world when she was but a kid herself and for dragging you up, not bringing you up. Blame society for not giving you hope. Blame your father for not being there, the man who looked after himself instead of looking after you. Blame the gun in your hand for making you a target, for making you more likely to be picked on. Blame the dead boy, blame your mother, blame society, blame your father, blame the gun, blame anyone but yourself for not being strong enough.
All right, we're back for the last segment of the day. I hate the show is ending, but we are ending with a bang. We've got Mr. Lamont Burns here.
And I am good at this stuff.
You are?
Before we get started, I
Yes.
want to let people know that they're going to enjoy this.
Yeah, I see. We got a show for you, a show within the show. So we are excited about what we have going on today. Mr. Lamont, he's got the marinades, he's got the barbecue sauce, he's
But
got it
most
all.
important-
Most importantly, what?
It's the history
The
of,
history behind
of
it all.
Afro-American cooking.
Okay.
And I have built these brands, not so important that the product and the bottles are fabulous,
Right, okay.
but what's important is the history.
Okay, tell us
And so-
about it.
Afro-American history,
Mhm.
culinary arts,
Mhm.
I took it just before the Civil War,
Okay.
which is called the antebellum period.
Mhm.
And I've incorporated the antebellum house on the jars
Mhm.
and pictures of my great-grandmother, my grandmother,
Mhm.
and my mother,
Okay.
which ties into a generational approach to the culinary arts. But the mistress of the plantation owned the plantation house, but within that plantation house gave rise to the American cuisine.
Okay.
And so it's my goal to tell this unique and wonderful story
Mhm.
that needs to be told, and I can't think of anyone better to do that than me. And so that's how I'm taking this concept
Okay.
of the culinary arts of American cooking.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, I know that you're from Jackson, Tennessee.
Yes, I was
correct?
raised in Jackson.
But your first restaurant was in California.
Yeah.
How did you go from little old Jackson? I went to school in Jackson, by the way. But how'd you go from Jackson, Tennessee to California?
Well, some years ago, about 76, I had an opportunity to work for a sales company who promoted me out to California.
Okay.
But I've always wanted to be in California,
Okay.
and I had this dream that I can start this restaurant there and build my brands and write my cookbooks
Mhm.
and be on television shows.
Yeah.
And so the opportunity came up and I took it.
Okay.
And while out in San Diego, I had 3 restaurants.
Mhm.
And we've been written out by the New York Times,
Yeah.
Bon Appetit, USA Today,
Yeah.
Vogue, I mean, all over the country. So we opened up this little restaurant called Lamont's Authentic Southern Barbecue.
Okay.
It was in Encinitas, California. It's right between Del Mar and Carlsbad. Carlsbad is the famous resort area there.
Okay.
And we got just writers from all over who came up to write us up.
Okay.
But they were fascinated with the history and the approach
Right.
that we
exactly.
used to market the brands.
Okay, now you said that you were in the New York Times, USA Today,
Yeah.
you know, big names like that. How does that feel to be, you know, featured in some of those amazing, you know, media outlets?
Well, it's very flattering, but the most important thing that an entrepreneur has to have to do is not be caught up in the hype of someone writing them up all the time.
Right.
And that you have to stay focused
Right.
on your brand, on your concept,
Okay.
in order to grow a brand.
Okay.
I had another fortunate opportunity in San Diego to be on PM Magazine. I was in it for a couple of years, which was a chef out of Philadelphia by the name of Chef Tail.
Okay.
And he did European cooking. And I followed him by doing Southern cooking,
Okay.
because this is my roots, and I think that Southern cooking is the most unique and most
Right.
fascinating cuisine in the world. So it taps every ethnic group
Right.
throughout the whole continent,
Exactly.
the whole ethnic culture throughout the world.
Right. Now, when you think of Southern cuisine,
Mhm.
like what specific items do you consider, you know, to be Southern?
Well, when I think of the South, I think of the rich contributions that the South has given to the world. Blues, jazz, literature, art, and food. It is my hope is to take the food component of that and lift that whole culinary culture around the world.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I've done that and I continue to do that. It's quite challenging
Right.
to do that. And trying to do that on a $1.98 budget
Right.
is quite challenging. But I'm doing it. These products, I have the barbecue sauce and the marinade. The marinade is the ingredient that put flavor into meats.
Okay.
Remember that meat is only fiber, texture, and protein.
Right.
It doesn't have taste. I don't care what you call
Right.
it. What you learn on McDonald's farm, that's all it is. You know. So you have to give it a flavor.
Okay.
So you do that with the marinade. And so you take the marinade and you soak the meat. It absorbs it.
And is that any meat or
Any
is
meat.
it-
Meat
okay.
is just fiber, texture, and protein.
Gotcha. Okay.
Whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
You know, beef, lamb, chops, roast, Cornish hen, geese, or gooses.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
But once you decide to use, I hope, the Lamont's marinade,
Right.
whatever occasion, whether it's holiday cooking or whether
Right.
it's a picnic or whether it's a
Right.
formal, you have to do something to me, so you do that with the marinade.
Okay.
And then when everything is completely done,
Okay.
you bring it to the family table and you use the barbecue sauce as like the icing on the cake.
Right.
you know.
Exactly.
So you can dip with it, glaze with it, or just apply it however you want to apply it. And these two flavors will merge. It will merge together and give you
Okay.
a unique taste.
Gotcha. Now, do you consider your barbecue sauce to be a sweet sauce or a sauce or spicy? You know, how would you categorize it?
Well, the barbecue sauce has it's a soft sweetness to
Okay.
it. But I have a lot of bouquets that you can capture once you warm them up. You can see it,
Okay.
and I find consumers trying to capture what the spices are as I demo it in the store. They never
Right.
catch
They
it.
never catch it.
They never catch it. Because one get away from you and another one comes in and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Now you, I read your story and you cater a lot of credit to your great grandmother. Is it Lucinda Macklin?
Yeah, Lucinda Macklin.
Okay.
Lucinda Macklin represents your great-grandmother,
Right.
ancestor,
Everyone's.
everyone's great-grandmother.
Right.
But they also represent the nannies and the mammies
Mm-hmm.
who took care of white folks throughout
Right.
the century of this country.
Okay.
And so it's American history. You
Right.
can't separate it.
Exactly.
And so what I hope to do is make a palatable introduction to Afro-American ethnic brands
Okay.
through condiments
Right, exactly.
and tell this wonderful story through foods.
Okay, well, this morning I posted that you would be on the show today,
Thank you.
and I've already gotten comments, telling me how great your
How great I
your
am.
sauces are.
Yeah, right.
So they
Yeah, right. They
So
have,
they
whoever
must
told you,
be
you tell
good.
them they're right.
they're right. Tell them they're right. Okay, well, make sure I do that. And now tell us where we can purchase your.
Well, here in the Memphis area, we're in all the Suplo stores.
Okay.
Some of the Piggly Wiggly stores and fresh markets.
Okay.
But I market around the country.
Okay.
And you can get it on the website
Okay.
at Lamont's, LamontsBBQ.com.
Okay.
And I'll be glad to ship it to them.
Okay, gotcha. And you also have a Facebook page. You
Yeah.
have a Twitter page.
Yes, I have that.
Now, are you the one that's behind your Twitter page? You have someone else.
I do have someone behind.
I was gonna say.
I do have.
I was gonna be very impressed if that
Yeah.
was you.
No, I have
Because you
someone.
have a lot of them coming. I was like, is that really Mr. Lamont doing all that tweeting?
No, I'm
Okay.
not good at that stuff. My children encourage me to get into this social media.
Right.
I'm really not good at it. I'm
Okay.
good at marketing food brands and
Mhm.
history and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm just not good at that.
Okay, got you. Well, you have had your time to shine. You told us where we can locate you. You told us the website. You got Facebook. You got Twitter. All that good stuff. Super Lows, Piggly Wigglies. Did I miss anything?
Fresh markets.
Fresh market.
And they're just going to love this product. I mean, they're going to do their turkeys, their cornichons, their geese,
Right.
and their gooses. and
Everything.
stuff.
You name it, they should use this.
They should. I don't
This
see
is
why
the
they
perfect
should.
product.
I don't
Okay,
see why they
got you.
shouldn't.
And once you put the marinade with the barbecue, they marry together and make a perfect union.
Very good. Have you
Gotcha.
been using it?
I
You haven't been using it, have
haven't,
You
but
gotta
I
do
will.
it.
But I will after today.
you? Okay.
I'm going to be using these, and I'm going to
Okay.
marry them together and see how it turns out. See how that perfect union turns out.
Well, I know it's going to be good.
Okay. Well, thank you so much,
Okay.
Mr. Lamont, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's an honor to even meet you and to
Oh,
have you on
thank
my
you.
show.
Thank you for having
It's just
us.
awesome. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you to all of my viewers for watching the
See you
Latest
later.
VR show. And thank you so much to my sponsors, of course, Sobe, who we chatted with earlier. Sobe's Flying Wing Sauce. It's great. It's awesome. Trust me, I know. Also for L3 Media. Do all of my photography, videography, all of those needs. If you need him, make sure you book him. For commercials or anything that you need for your brand and your business, make sure you reach out to L3 Media. And again, as always, it's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed myself. I've enjoyed you, Mr. Lamont. You've been
And
great.
Thank you very much. And remember that life is a matter of taste.
Yeah, okay. I like that. It's a matter of taste. And remember, it's always the latest with VR. Until next time, bye.